Welcome to the Circle Grace One with myself, Brother Francis E. Revels-Bey. This is the Circle Grace One, and we're broadcasting a live video session for about 40 minutes today. Today's date is May the 11th, 2017, out here in New Mexico. We're going to get started with this, first with a universal decree. Through divine power and by divine grace, may all who have an opportunity to watch this live today or watch it later in the YouTube channel where it will be uploaded. May you be blessed by the seeds of grace that you receive at this moment. May it uplift you, expand your awareness, give you greater insight, increase your sensitivity, your awareness to know and remember that you are a spiritual sentient being. And so it is, so shall it be, and amen. So today is an extension of yesterday's Blog Talk radio show. The topic was how to connect with your spirit guides. And I led everyone through a meditation, an original Creative Pathwork meditation based on one that I did back in 1997 called How to Meet Your Higher Self or Meeting Your Higher Self. And yesterday we introduced it as not only meeting your higher self, but knowing and understanding that your higher self is the soul aspect of your own divinity, of God in you. And I'm going to use a special method that I had received many, many years ago, and then I've refined it over the years, and I call it a corridor of light. And this is where you're going to meet the higher self within you, soul. In many of you, the soul is already fully present and is already living in a higher dimensional state, and it has higher realms of awareness that you might be already aware of, or you might be beginning to open yourself up to them. Now, the higher self is a part of all of us. It is that aspect that knows itself quite well. It is not controlled by anything or anyone. It is always in attunement and aligned with the divine sources of the universe itself and beyond. It is here to help us gather and remember that we are a divine being, and that basically we are here by our own choices in this beautiful matrix here that we have come together to realize. We call it Earth or Gaia or Sophia. It is a terrestrial but living organic vibration of its own that is loaded with divine intelligence and all the particles of light that we are continuously breathing in and walking through and swimming in, and anything else that we might be doing, we are receiving information all the time. So doing these videos are going to help people improve that awareness and that level of sensitivity so that you can take it and further refine it for yourself. Everything that you'll receive here from these live video sessions or other pre-recorded sessions, any of my blog talk radio shows or any sessions that you receive in person, you are free to refine it further for yourself. We are all slightly different. We all have different mechanisms going on with ourselves. We have different implants that we have decided to receive, and some of those implants have been slipped in there without our awareness. So you're going to learn how to get in touch with the soul so that you and the soul are one and the same, so that you could feel a greater presence of self-mastery with yourself and self-realization, to know that you are a divine expression in every way that is solely presenting itself, so that we are reminding each other of our own divinity, which also includes everything else that we have, that we are sharing in this particular realm of consciousness or quadrant in the universe. So we're not limited. So one of the things that I want to offer to people in today's session is an opportunity to have a full awareness that you have uh, deeply connected with your higher self. And as the weeks and months go on, we'll be coming back to this type of meditation so that you could have other experiences with your angelic self and all other angelic presences around you so that you can connect with your totem guides, such as found in various cultures around the world, be it animals, uh, be it plant life, be it crystal kingdom. So there's so many different ways that you can assess the universe and the soul consciousness within the universe and within yourself. So we're going to begin right now. One of the purposes for meditation is so that you know that you are always centered. The best way to be centered, or one of the best ways to be centered, is in the heart chakra. The heart chakra is basically in the middle of your spine, but it also projects itself through the middle of your sternum, and it also projects from the back to the outside opposite that point on your sternum. And it is in line with your physical heart inside your body, which is a little over to the left in your chest. So you have this opportunity to receive this information. I want you to also keep in mind that you have something in you known as a master cell. The master cell is highly capable of multiplying itself throughout your body so that it has a replica of itself in every organ, in your muscle system, in your nerve system, in your skeletal structure, as well as your chakra system, which is the sympathetic nerve system. It is also in a more minute scale, controlling your bones and your hair and your teeth. I should say your hair and your teeth. So it is really able to govern every part of your body, and it's flowing very strongly through your chakras. So the master cell is a part of you as well. Some of you may have experienced your master cell by way of dreams. And the master cell can always connect with you, just like every other spirit guide of consciousness and awareness. It can also connect with you in a dream state, as well as a meditation state, in a daydreaming state of consciousness as well. So the master cell has all these different ways of communicating with you. We just have to learn how to remember that it's present at all times. It never is asleep. It's never off doing something else. It is actually on the inside of you and is maintaining your divinity, your state of divinity within you. So, one of the things we're going to do here is I'm going to set this up first with a variation of a white light meditation. And then from that point, I'm going to move you into the corridor of light. And that will be very, very important. Also, in the near future, and I can't wait, I have some other uh, pieces of equipment on their way coming here, and I'm going to be able to reintroduce live meditation music into these shows. And that meditation music will further assist you in reaching your various plateaus in your chakras as well as your life. And so I want to put that information out hopefully by next month, beginning of next month, or the middle of next month. I can also introduce a live recording where I'm playing a 36-string auto harp. And I'm going to play it like hopefully like a hammered dulcimer so that you can receive the benefits of the chi in the music as well that I could project across these airwaves to you. So what we're going to do right now, I want you to feel the presence and always know that the white light energy is already in your auric field. It's not something that you have to conjure up, okay? You don't have to pretend like it's there. I'm letting you know that it's there. If I had something like a aura photography software on this computer and could set it up in a different way, I could show you that the minute you think a specific color or tint of that color, once that photograph is taken, you can actually see it, and you can see how it's being projected by me or someone else. So I just want to let you know that uh, these particles of light are already in our auric field, and they're overlapping into the auric fields of every other living being on the planet. And what we assume to be inanimate is also full of life. Nothing on this planet is not should be looked at as being not real, because it really has energy embedded in everything. Even the chair that you sit on has your auric energy embedded in it, and everybody else that's ever sat there. So all of that energy is there, and it can be measured. It can be connected, and you can contact it. So what we're going to do right now is I want you to know that this white light is already present. You're already enveloped by it. You're just going to place more attention into your auric field. And I want you to be aware of your own personal space. That personal space, if you were to stick your arm out in front of you, any one of your arms and hands out, from where the tip of your longest finger is on your hand, all the way back to your body and all the way around you 360 degrees in any direction, that is your personal space. Now that personal space is also overlapped with the length of your legs. So if you were able to place your foot out and point it, that gives you a whole nother zone right there. So you have your arm length distance, and you have the entire length of your leg from your hip bone all the way out to your toes. You actually got two fields of energy there that you want to be aware of at all times, and that's in any direction around your body, 360 degrees. And as you begin to place your awareness into either one of those zones, I just want you to rely on your memory of a white light. And you want it to be a soft white light, not a glaring, blaring white light. So those of you who are able to see me later, if you're not watching live, it's just like this white hat that I have on, fedora. You may not use this brighter white light above the black band, but you could use the softer white light that you see coming through here, like right on the rim, especially right in this area here. A soft, soft white light, and then you could gradually build it up in your consciousness to be brighter. And the reason we do that, we always use a soft light, because using a bright light in your system, it's like equivalent to shocking yourself. So you don't need to shock yourself into the experience. You need to ease yourself into the experience. I also want you to know that as you are breathing in and out, inhaling through the nose and releasing some of the breath through the mouth, you're going to be pulling in that white light to let it flow in through your system. Now, the easier this gets for you, you'll be able to direct it, the breath, directly into your bloodstream. Now, this is something that people do if they have studied some form of martial arts, or they've gotten into Qigong studies, yogic studies, is the ability to direct the qi all the way down into the fascia, which is the little fiber area between the base of your muscle, the top of your muscle, and the base of your skin. Now, they're able to take that chi energy and embed it deeper and bring it right into the bone marrow. So, which also says they can bring it into the different energy points around by the body internally. Eventually, you'll be able to do that. That means you'll have chi in your lungs. working properly, qi in your heart, qi in your bloodstream, qi in your gallbladder. Or they'll say it this way in the Chinese: lung qi, kidney qi, adrenal qi, eye qi, tongue qi. So they're able to direct that energy. The power of that energy is called Jing, Jing. That's the power, the expression of it. You'll be able to express your qi. Qi is another way of saying spirit, spirit energy. So as you're breathing right now, you can do all the breathing through your nose. You can place the tongue to the roof of your mouth, just behind your two front teeth, but touching the upper ridge of the gums behind the two front teeth. Bring the upper jaw in contact with the lower jaw through your teeth. Don't clamp, just rest them together. Breathe like a baby breathes. You allow the navel to fall forward as you inhale. This acts like an arrow as the breath comes down, and you're directing it past your navel into the sacral chakra, which is about 1 to 2 finger widths or 2 inches beneath your navel. And as you exhale, you draw the abdomen in, the belly button in. And many people like to say you draw it back to the spine. We know you have muscles there, you have everything else there, so you're not going to be able to squeeze it back. You just pull it in as you exhale. And that acts like the breath is an arrow, and it's pushing the energy. Now, what's being engaged is your diaphragm. The diaphragm is that membrane that separates your lungs and your heart from your liver, gallbladder, spleen, and all the other organs. So you have certain organs above there and other organs beneath there. So the diaphragm has an action like a bow on a bow and arrow set. By breathing that way, you are allowing more energy, more chi, to be captured in the breath. If you were studying yoga, hatha yoga, they would call it prana. And the science of pranayama, bringing the chi, the ki, the prana, spirit energy into the breath, being aware of it, and then channeling it out, issuing it out as you exhale. So we're going to take a moment before we bring in all of this awareness of the soul, which is your higher self. I know many of you might be feeling some tension in the lower part of your back, or in your upper part of your back, or in your shoulders, or in your neck, sometimes in your wrists or forearms. What you can do is place your awareness to that part of your body that has tension or tightness, numbness, any pain that you've had there. If need to, you can simply take the hand that is opposite that side of the body that you need to work with, just lightly touch the area. Lightly touching the area is already sending out a communication that you're going to touch it with chi. You're going to let the chi flow through it. So all you have to do is mentally make a note that you are aware of that area. The minute you focus your mind to that area, your attention, it'll start to tingle a little bit, which is a sign that it got the information. We know that the brain sends out electrical impulses throughout the body. So that energy is traveling through the fascia, it's traveling through the bloodstream. Since the muscles are connected to the bones, it's traveling through there and through the entire nerve system. We always say in the practice of Qigong, Tai Chi Chuan, that you must balance both sides of the body. So if you sent some energy to, let's say, your right side, you must balance it by also sending energy to your left side, even though the left side is fine. But you're bringing them in touch so that they communicate with each other. So in this energy field, in your auric field, as the late Edward Casey called it, the biomagnetic energy field or electromagnetic energy field, he called the aura, the white light is already there. You're just now going to increase it by placing your awareness on the heart chakra. The heart chakra is the bridge between the upper chakras and the lower chakras. You're going to be aware and envision that you are leading the energy with your breath and your mind. So we're going to just place an awareness in front of our body, about arm's length away if you like. Just be aware of it. You don't have to stare into the space, just feel it. And as you inhale, it will go outward toward it and fill up that space. As you exhale, it will kind of sit in the space. And let's say it has its own communication. It will communicate with all the particles of light. Be aware of the space opposite your heart center on your back. You're going to do the same. As you inhale, you're going to project first with an awareness into a space that is equal to the space in front of you. Then when you exhale, the breath will already be there. These two zones will begin to pulsate on their own, in rhythm, in and out. You will place your awareness along your outer edge of your upper arm, even with your heart center. When you do that, you'll feel it on the inside part, as well as along the rib cage. You will inhale on that space, project it mentally, and let the breath flow out and meet it to the right. Same space. Gently draw your awareness to your left side, same area, mirror opposite. Inhale on the space, project your mind ahead of it toward the left, release your breath. To some of you, this may feel like a pulling sensation, but it's both. It's a pulling and a pressing. Now you have the front, the back, the right, and the left, and they're pulsating together in unison. We have two more zones. We're taking care of the outside first. First thing we should do is be aware from the heart center that there is a space right over the top of your head. And this space is equivalent to the same arm's length distance around your body. The minute you sense it, inhale. Don't hold the breath. When you're ready to release the breath, send the mind up in its awareness toward the ceiling, and then let the breath follow. They will meet at the designated location above you. Slide your awareness beneath you. So if you're seated like I am, you'll be aware of the space beneath your tailbone, not on your tailbone, but beneath the tailbone. If you are lying down, it will be like an extension from your tailbone going down to whatever you're lying on into the earth. This same energy will replicate itself from the soles of your feet. If you are seated, it will go in. If you're lying down, it will travel through the soles of your feet and link itself into the earth automatically. The minute you sense the awareness that those zones are open, begin to inhale, letting the stomach, abdomen flow forward on its own gently, and then mentally send your thought into the earth and then release the breath right behind it by exhale. Remember, the particles of light are loaded with divine intelligence. They are now communicating with each other and will make the proper adjustment above you and beneath you, in front of you, behind you, to the right and to the left of you. Now we will step inside the heart chakra with our own awareness. By this time, the heart chakra has expanded itself in such a manner that you either feel very light or you might feel very heavy energetically. You may also feel slightly spacey, but you are fine. Remember, all particles of divinity are communicating with each other continuously. If you want your master cell to engage itself, just say so. Master cell, help me out. And you will feel a slight tingling sensation around the heart chakra, and it may tickle your heart a little bit, letting you know the master cell heard you and has now engaged itself into this program, this exercise. All right, now we're ready. This white light energy field is also known as your shield. You can set it in motion at any time by picking a symbol for yourself. Hold the symbol in your heart center and just say shield. And everything will take on that symbol all the way around you, so that you don't have to repeat mentally this exercise. You just think of the symbol. The symbol carries the chi. It carries the protocol. You think of the symbol, your body automatically responds. Think of the symbol like a password to your shield, which is like a computer. Now, I want you to follow this as close as you can. If I say anything that does not connect with you, do not be alarmed. You will, in your own way, find another word to replace it. So if I said a cottage, you get a castle, use a castle. We're going to create this opportunity to meet your higher self, the soul aspect of God in you. We use this particular journey so that you could begin to initiate the energy yourself. We start from the heart chakra The heart chakra is the bridge between the lower chakras and the upper chakras. Just like your spine is a bridge between the lower world and the upper world. Lower world meaning the earth, and the upper world above you, the heavens. Your shield is already pulsating in place, and it is expanding at the same time. It knows already what to do. You're going to create in front of you the feeling of a doorway or a gateway, or you may call it a portal. Just like any door, you can open it to the right or to the left. It can be a simple door or an ornate door. Just know that it is in front of you and it's a little wider and taller than your physical form. The white light that you're already carrying is already with you. We're going to allow some other light colors to come in. First, the crown, which is a violet ray, and you'll be just flecks bouncing around in the shield. Also gold, silver, a soft green, and a soft pink hue. These colors are connected to the grace energy, divine grace energy, to make this method easier for you. It knows exactly what to do within your auric field. Allow the colors to be whatever shade they are to you at this moment. Sometimes when you do this over and over, they will shift according to your level of sensitivity and awareness. All right, now at this time, I want you to mentally open the door in front of you. When you open it, there'll be a luminous light energy field, a corridor of light. And it's emanating from your heart chakra. Just allow it to be whatever it is. Allow yourself to move forward in this light as if you were taking 3 steps. Then I want you to pause and breathe fully. When you gaze through this tunnel of light, this corridor of light, on the other end, there is another door. This is the heart door of your higher self, your soul aspect of God in you. It is fully aware of your presence in this corridor of light. Relax. When you're ready, mentally project through the door, letting your soul know that you are ready to receive. I want you to be aware of how it presents itself to you. This is very important. It may come through as a senior, an older being or person. It may come in as the opposite sex of you. It may come in just as a luminous form, an angelic presence. Pay attention. The way it comes through the door is the way that you will receive it and experience it. It is sort of like your signature that the soul is carrying for you. Ask the soul to come on through now. It may make an action of opening a door or just come on through it. It is important for you to relax into every breath, because every time you inhale, it is moving toward you. I want you to remain where you are in the corridor and allow the higher self, the soul aspect of God in you, to come to what feels like the center. The reason for that, it is coming into the center, fully conscious of your presence. The center of the corridor of light is also the center of everything else in the universe, God consciousness, Goddess consciousness, everything. You will know that it is in the center because you will feel the tingling in the center of your sternum. The minute you feel that in your mind's eye, you meet it now toward the center. Some of you, I can already sense, kind of jogging, walking, and sprinting. When you reach the center, this is the next key point. Act as if you are two old friends, glad to see each other, and embrace the higher self because it is now embracing you. It is sending unconditional love through your heart center up into the crown and out of the crown of your head, sending it out of the top of your head, sending it through your brow center, the base of your skull, the throat, heart and thymus areas. It is actually anointing every organ inside of your body, remembering, helping you remember it, feeling it, the energy. It's almost dressing you like a candle all the way down your body. This is a good time for you to thank the soul of yourself for showing itself to you. At this time, what I want you to do is continue to embrace it and feel it and know that it is you, your own divinity that you're looking at. And now you're going to ask for it to step into you. So it may have a feeling to you of it turning around, kind of walking into you that way, or standing to the side of you and sliding in that way, or going from behind you and stepping into you that way. Or it may just embrace you and you feel this coming together. The door, the portal from which it came, is the infinite presence of all souls. It came forth from the mind of God into you, meeting your higher self, your soul aspect of your own God in you, has now brought you together to start a new journey in your life that is unfolding in every moment. It is infinite in every way possible. Now, if you do not want to have all of the experience, you can always ask for it to go back through the portal. But I've found in most cases, people say, hey, we'll just go close the other end and continue in this world together. The portal on the other side allows for the soul in you as well as your awareness of the soul in you to have other higher experiences. So here's a keynote for you. You just needed to set the portal up in your mind. The soul was always present. You just called it forward into you more. Embrace it. Thank it. You're really thanking the God in you for being present to receive this today. It's a good time to breathe and just go, ah. Do that as many times as you so desire. There's no set number that you need to continue to say ah, but do it joyfully. The soul carries the presence of a wise sage, as well as a wise child, inquisitive, just like you. Let the soul know in you that you would like to see your own Akashic records over a period of time. The time is infinite, it really doesn't exist, but it will begin to reveal that information through dream state, through conscious awareness, which is mindfulness, through meditation, daydreaming, or just plain contemplating. It will release that which you need to know at this very moment, and then it will begin to tie in all the other moments of awareness that you need to know. That's embedded in the base of your skull. That's where your Akashic records are. Your Akashic records is not embedded in someone else's base of the skull, it's in yours. Now, just like you placed a symbol of awareness in your auric field, your soul has infinite number of symbols that it will present to you. Right now, ask for a color, a tone or sound, a symbol, or a number. Now, when I say a number, it could be a single number. It could be a number that contains 3 or 4 digits. But the reason why we take a color, a number, and a symbol, because those speak on different levels. You may ask it, if you like, for a projection of a crystal or gem or a unique stone, and it will give that to you. Sometimes a crystal or a stone is better than just color, symbol, and a sound. It may give you a word or a phrase. This is the way that you remember the soul, the presence of the soul in you. I want to thank you for joining me this day in our second live broadcast. We did one several weeks ago. Those of you who didn't get a chance to experience this live session today, you will be able to see this in a few hours later, uploaded to my YouTube channel, where all of them will be sitting there for you. In the very near future, I'm going to set some of these up on DVDs for a small price, and you'll be able to experience a 40, 30-minute or 40-minute session, 45, maybe a little longer. I want to thank you for being here with me today with the Circle Grace One with myself, your host, Chief Principal Teacher, founder of the Circle Grace One, Brother Francis E. Revels-Bey. If you'd like to be in touch with me, you could call my Skype number, which is 505-349-4722. That's 505-349-4722. You can always email me at iam.com iam.circleofgrace with the number one at the end at gmail.com or iam.circleofgrace1 at yahoo.com. I'll be back here next Thursday, 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, 6 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Eastern, or 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time for another live video session. Circle Grace 1 with myself, Brother Francis E. Revels-Bey. My grace is your grace. As Akhenaten says, our grace is your grace. And I always say, through the angel of grace, remember that divine grace is a blessing as we are alive and well in the age of remembrance. Thank you so much, and see you soon.